Is this testimony the beginning of a cleanup, or it's just another warning that South Africans will ignore until it's too late? My name is Alokwan, and these are the news that matter the most. Lieutenant General Dumisani Khumalo told the committee that criminal cartels have deeply infiltrated the police, especially in Gauteng, so much so that an internal threat assessment suggested that almost the entire South African police in Gauteng is working for the cartels. He further stated that highly trained police officers were moonlighting, meaning they worked for the cartels outside official duties, sometimes wearing police uniforms and even using official vehicles, all of which compromised operations. And also, operational details were said to be leaked almost immediately to criminal networks. For example, COVID vehicles registration numbers and movement were posted on social media, which was undermining investigations. And Dumisani Khumalo strongly defended the existence and legality of the Political Killing Task Team, also known as the PKTT, which he once led. He rejected claims that the unit had no legal mandate after 2022, saying documents, some signed by the Deputy National Commissioner, showed it was legally extended and played a critical role in tackling political violence. And Dumisani Khumalo also argued that the former police minister Senzo Mchunu had no authority to dissolve the task team, and that doing so weakened the fight against political killings. And Khumalo also alleged that sensitive information was leaked to suspects via senior officials inside the police. Even harmless WhatsApp greetings were weaponized as name-dropping to derail prosecution efforts. He also told the committee that ballistics and evidence in high-profile political linked murders may have been compromised by insiders who knew more than they reported. And when Dumisani Khumalo was pressed about his own arrest in June 2025 by the Anti-Corruption Unit, General Khumalo said it was not about corruption, but rather an attempt to discredit him and the PKTT leadership for pursuing cartel exposure. And several members of parliament pushed General Khumalo to identify specific officers or officials he claims were colluding with cartels. However, General Khumalo repeatedly declined to name individuals, citing legal constraints and ongoing investigations, sparking frustrations especially from opposition members. And it did not just end there. The members of parliament still probed on how his claims were supported, asking for clarity on how intelligence was gathered, verified, and shared with prosecuting authorities. Now, while General Khumalo described internal analysis and operations, hard public evidence linking named police officers to cartel operations was not presented during this session, making some MPs question how much of his testimony could be verified in court at this stage. And in the process of the cross-examination, General Khumalo contradicted previous claims made by Vusumuzi Ket Matlala, including allegations of bribery involving high-level politicians. General Khumalo said no evidence was found to back those bribery claims. Now, that was a very important moment because first, it weakened parts of the cartel narrative presented by Matlala, and secondly, it highlighted the complexity of verifying conflicting testimonies before the committee. Now, here's a balanced look at where Khumalo's evidence stands. Number one, its substance. The allegations paint a harrowing picture of cartel influence within law enforcement, and documented internal assessments was referenced. Now, his defense of the Political Killing Task Team, supported by signed documents, gives weight to his argument that the team was lawful. And also, many of the claims rely on internal intelligence and classified material, which cannot be publicly scrutinized yet. No names were revealed publicly of the alleged compromised officers, making it hard for the public or press to independently verify. And some members of parliament questioned how much of his evidence was opinion versus hard proof, especially linking cartels to specific outcomes. Now, General Khumalo's testimony has thrust the issues of criminal infiltration, corruption within SAPS, and political interference in policing into the spotlight. Now, whether these serious allegations translate into legal convictions or systematic reform, it will depend on the next parliamentary phases and investigation by oversight bodies. Now, one thing is clear. His evidence has ignited heated debates in parliament, schooled politicians and the public on internal threats facing law enforcement, and laid groundwork for potential reforms or deeper judicial scrutiny. Now, most importantly, is this testimony by General Dumisani Khumalo the beginning of a cleanup, or it's just another warning South Africans will ignore until it's too late? What are your thoughts?